You that rules over all life. On the very last day, the flower blooms.
How's life on the surface? When I see Saz with his son Daj, I'm reminded of my own father. Though he wasn't anything like Saz at all. He was a hard, strict man. Or so I always thought.
Listen, when the final day arrives, Fang is going to try to save Vanille. I'm sure of it.
And what about you? Will you try to stop Vanille? Stop the Soul Song? You know it's God's will that it takes place.
Have you forgotten he's holding my sister hostage? The promise of her return anyway. I've got to do what he wants, or else.
Interesting answer. Some people might take that to mean if it wasn't for the threat, you would consider defying him.
Some people might? What about you? Do you trust me?
Of course I trust you. I'm sorry, Light. I didn't mean to sound like I don't. I'll always be on your side. Even if you do decide to turn against God, you know that.
It was Yule who told me. I knew there was something about that chocobo from the moment I first met him. Turns out Odin was reincarnated as the Angel of Valhalla just to help me again.
Reincarnation? I wonder, can creatures with souls choose to be reborn? Can they choose when and where? Or is it all up to fate?
Odin finding me was no coincidence. And I believe Sarah will be reborn and that we'll meet again when she is. Even if I can't see her now or talk to her, I know she wants to see me again. She has to.
Even if we cannot truly see them, I know that souls must exist in some form. How else can we explain what happened back on the wrecked ship between Saz and his son? God is not omniscient. He cannot see into the hearts of people. To him, emotions are a mystery. Only humans can truly know their secrets. Of course, there are many times when humans misread each other too. Like me and my father. For the longest time, we didn't understand each other.
Listen, when the final day arrives, Fang is going to try to save Vanille. I'm sure of it.
And what about you? Will you try to stop Vanille? Stop the Soul Song? You know it's God's will that it takes place.
Have you forgotten he's holding my sister hostage? The promise of her return anyway. I've got to do what he wants, or else.
Interesting answer. Some people might take that to mean if it wasn't for the threat, you would consider defying him.
Some people might? What about you? Do you trust me?
Of course I trust you. I'm sorry, Light. I didn't mean to sound like I don't. I'll always be on your side, even if you do decide to turn against God. You know that.
What's up, guys? It's Remedy from GSG GameSense Gaming, coming to you with Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII, a walkthrough on Day 8. The schematic setup for Day 8 really does not matter, you just want to adjust it according to whatever you're grinding at the time.
What do you want now?
I've come to help you remember what you've lost. Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about, okay? You woke up from your crystal sleep with God's voice in your ear. He said you had to be the savior. But part of what made you lightning was missing, leaving a big empty hole in your heart.
Yeah, that's how it feels. It's like I've forgotten something important, something that I need.
Huh? Really? I thought you'd deny it. But it's okay. I'll help you remember.
Indestructible crystal. Even in the sea of chaos, it never loses its shine. I will become an eternal epitaph. Your memory will survive for eternity within a crystal tomb. This shall be my legacy and my atonement. But most of all, my final hope.
You wanted to protect her, so you fell into that crystal sleep. You became a tomb for a memory, a moment frozen in time, with Sarah's soul cocooned inside. So tell me, Lightning, where do you think Sarah is now?
Yes. I remember now. She was there, in my heart. I had her memories. They were inside me. I took them into the crystal. She was with me then. We should have been together the whole time.
Right. Now you're catching on. So, the hole in your heart?
Sarah's soul. That's what I'm missing.
And you know who took it out, don't you? Benevelza did when he woke you up to do his bidding. He must have messed with your memories too, and tried to make you forget about it.
And so he had the perfect motivation. Or should I say hostage. He's gonna hold on to her until I've done what he wants.
Oh, I don't know if he thought it out that far. He's not very good with human emotions, that god of yours. Maybe he just threw her soul away and let it be swallowed up by the chaos.
But he promised me. He said as long as I did what I was told, he'd bring Sarah back to me. If he lied, then I don't care if he is a god. I'll destroy him.
Now that's more like the old Lightning. But do you really think you can take on a god?
Well, I wouldn't bet against me. I might have found a way to shut him down. A last resort if all else fails.
You've been brewing up contingency plans. Sneaky, Lightning. Very sneaky.
I haven't made up my mind yet. This world is finished. Soon it'll be gone forever. And Benevelza is the only one who can build us a new one. When he's done, then I'll decide.
So you'll play his game for as long as it takes to build the new world. Then you'll sit in judgment on him, you'll betray him and destroy him and steal the new world he labored to build. Is that your plan? I love it. Turning on God and making him a pawn in your own game. It's audacious. Oh, but little Hope is going to be so disappointed. He really does trust you, you know, and you're going to betray him. Oh, you did think about that, didn't you? You turn on God, you turn on Hope. Are you ready for that? Do you have it in you to fight him? Are you really prepared to kill Hope?
You think I'm not?
You answered a question with a question. That's an evasion. Got ya. But it's not a big deal. It looks like Hope and talks like Hope, but it isn't Hope anymore.
Are you saying he's a fake?
Sorry, but the only fake I know is Sarah.
Look, if you're gonna talk nonsense, this conversation is over. I've got better things to do.
Fine, Lightning. Let me make it all clear. Look around you and see the lies. The Sarah you talked to is a lie. Hope in his arc is a lie. How long is it going to take before you wake up? Before you realize that maybe, just maybe, you're a lie too.
on in, my good. We've got the finest stock in town, I'd say. Come back soon.
At this point in time, you can use your free time to farm items that you might need for the Canvas of Prayers quest, and you can farm your abilities, your level 2 abilities. You want to synthesize those to the max they can for level 2, that way we can upgrade them on day 10 to level 3. And don't forget to use the Death Game side quest to farm EP so you can extend the time for farming. And at 1600 you want to head over to Luxurion for the next objective.
Oh, it's you again. Thank you for taking such an interest in my friend's story.
Who wouldn't? A young reporter driven by a passion for truth pursues a major case of corruption, ultimately driving an innocent woman to commit suicide. But the story's not over yet, is it? I'm curious, what happens next?
He was beyond distraught. Nothing could console him. He came to realize that the pen really was mightier than the sword. And he had used his sword to punish the wrong person. And then he... I can't continue like this. I just can't. I need to tell you the truth. He... or rather, I... thought death was the only form of penance.
I suspected you may be hiding something.
I apologize. I've been lying to you this entire time. I had no such friend. The reporter, the one who killed the innocent woman, that was me.
I had a feeling. The way you've been telling the story seems to be hitting a little too close to home.
The reporter in me died long ago. I handed in my letter of resignation immediately, of course. Along with my life as a writer, I buried my precious pen. The burial ground is now a storage area somewhere in Old Town. Underneath the dirt lies the tool of my trade, and a part of myself.
So why tell me this now? What's the point in dredging up the past? It can't be easy for you.
To tell you the truth, I don't really know. I guess I've been wanting to tell someone before it was too late. People need to know what happened. As a warning, if nothing else.
Too late? You're not thinking of...
No. I've been dead for a long time now. The day I quit my job is the day I quit being me. That's the day I quit living. You see, I'm as good as dead. I'm nothing more than an empty shell of a person.
Old Town. I found a pen in that same area. It must have belonged to Armand. Obviously, it means a lot to him. Perhaps I should return it. Or would that drive him to do something rash? I have something that might belong to you.
Oh, you found my pen. During my days as a reporter, I never went anywhere without it. It was a gift from one of my fans.
Doesn't this pen remind you of a time you wanted to help people? When you were still naive, but fiercely determined?
Yes, long ago, when I wanted justice for the world. But I realized my pen is a deadly weapon. My writing is lethal. I wasn't aware of my own powers. That's what drove an innocent woman to take her life. And that's why I quit my job as a reporter and threw away this pen. Do you know how it feels to have someone's death on your conscience? The only way to make this right was to quit what I love most.
So what did you fix?
Huh?
When you threw away your career and gave up on the world, quit on life, how did any of that help anyone? Did that make anything right? It was just an excuse for you to run and hide from your past.
Then what am I to do? Writing. It's the only thing I ever knew. But it never occurred to me that my passion could end up hurting those around me. My prized treasure turned out to be a weapon.
The pen can harm people, but it can also protect the public.
You think I should start writing again? I don't know if I could do that. Or should do that.
You should, if you truly want to make things right. You've learned something important, the power and influence your writing has. People grow by learning from their mistakes. It's impossible to forget what happened in the past, but use that knowledge and do what only you can do.
Do you really think I can? All right, I'll do it. Starting over will be tough, but I'll try. You've returned my pen to me, but what's more, you've given me hope again. Thank you. Thank you.
Was there again today. You know, the one who cries to make everyone smile, even though she can't cry for herself.
How does she do it? It must be hard neglecting herself and taking on people's burdens like she does. I hope she's holding up all right.
You again. You're very persistent. Back for more, I take it?
Here's some money. Take this and show me what you can do, but don't cry for me. I want you to shed tears for yourself.
What? That's a first. No one's ever asked for that before. Why do you want me to do that?
Frankly, because I think you need it. Don't you think you do too?
I don't know.
Luca, you haven't cried for yourself in centuries. You say you're fine and that there's nothing wrong, but that's not true.
Why not? Why would I lie?
I believe that your tears help mend people's broken hearts. Hearts that have forgotten how to feel, but every time you help someone, part of your own heart dies a little.
What?
When you talked about the death of your acting coach, you weren't sad. You were smiling. It's as if you don't feel anything anymore. You don't know what it's like to cry for real anymore, do you? Just these fake tears in exchange for a little money. What's become of your emotions?
I still have them, really. I can cry for real. All I have to do is think of the past.
Okay, then show me.
Huh. It's not working. That's weird. It's usually so easy. Why?
Time has taken everything from you, including a part of yourself. You've forgotten how you used to feel back then.
Stop it! Don't say that! That's not true at all! I remember everything! I remembered I loved him! And to this day, I still do!
Luca, I know. It's okay.
No, it's not! If I can't cry, that means my heart is gone! It means that it's been destroyed! I don't want to believe that! I won't!
I knew you had it inside you, and you proved it.
I'm crying. These tears, they're real.
I can tell. They look pretty real from here, too. I'm sorry if what I said was harsh, but it was for your own sake.
Thank goodness. My heart is okay. It's not broken. Wait, this wasn't your plan all along, was it? To help me realize the past that I'd forgotten? To save me from losing myself?
I just wanted to get my money's worth in tears. After all, I've donated more than enough. Besides, I couldn't just sit back and watch you waste away trying to help others. Someone had to help you.
I don't know what to say. I can't believe that anyone cared enough to help someone they hardly know. Thank you for opening my eyes. I'm going to stop selling my tears. I'm done.
Good.
It's okay to cry because you care about someone, but crying because people pay you to isn't what I want to do anymore. From now on, I'm going to show people my bedazzling smile instead.
And that's all your mandatory side quests for day 8. The rest of the time should be spent working on completing Canvas of Prayers side quests, which means you're going to have to grind some enemies for some items. And with the rest of that time, you need to focus on synthesizing all of your abilities to the max of level 2. Because at the end of day 9, you will not get any more level 2 ability drops. So we need to focus on maxing those out day 7, 8, and tomorrow day 9. Now if you need to know what abilities drop from whom, go ahead and look at the link in the description, and there's a big guide on what drops from what monsters and where they're located. That should help you out, help you plan out your farming expedition. The rest of this video is going to go through the Canvas of Prayers for all 4 regions, as well as all the new items at the outfitters in all 4 regions. And the only mandatory buys are going to be the 2 that you saw at the beginning, Intruder Garb and Splendid Admiral Garb. And the last one we're going to pick up is the Candy Raver Garb, and that's also in Usenan. I should have picked that up earlier, but I didn't. But I'm going to show it to you. And don't forget, if you feel like you don't have enough time to complete the things that you want to complete in day 8, you can use the side quest Death Game in Usenan to farm EP and just extend the day.
Appreciate it.
I have wares that will... Go on, pick them up. Try them out. See you.
You'll have to search those. So, which do you take? Come again.
What a fool I've been.
Miss Mighty Savior, what can I do for you on this fine day? You did it! You made someone's prayers come true!
Hi. What do you need today? Come back again soon.
The night is...
Our weapons are used by... Hi there!
Now you be careful out there.
What'll it be? Come back soon.
If anything catches your eye, pick it up and give it a try. Come back anytime.
Chocobocolina! The canvas of prayers is ready for your viewing pleasure.
no for that job. This conversation never happened, capiche? I'm just kidding. I don't ever want to forget any of our exciting conversations.
My fine lady, what will you be needing? It has been a pleasure.
Chocobocolina! So, how's that quest coming along, Sonny? Chocoboco! You have such a kind heart for helping someone you've never ever met. I don't know how you do it.
This theater is the hope of youth.